Everyone talks about reaching out to recruiters on LinkedIn like it's this secret hack. Message the recruiter, show initiative, and boom, you'll stand out. The truth is, people massively underestimate how many applicants' message recruiters receive every single day. In this video, I'll share the exact message structure to help my community stand out from hundreds of other applicants. And if you stay to the end, I'll show you how to go beyond recruiter outreach entirely and open up the hidden job market that can 20x your interview rate. Here is the simple tip that makes this whole approach work. Your message to a recruiter should end with a request. Ask them to put you in touch with someone who's currently working in the role or the team you're applying for. That's it. It's a small shift that completely changes how your message is perceived. It sounds simple, right? But here's the question. Why does that message actually work? Why would a recruiter even take the time to help you? Recruiters are not just gatekeepers, they're problem solvers. Their job is to find proactive, thoughtful candidates who make hiring easier. When you ask to be connected with someone inside the team, you're not just saying, look at me. You're saying, I'm doing my homework before applying. That small shift signals three things every recruiter notices. First, initiative. Most applicants wait passively for opportunities to find them. But when you reach out like this, you're showing ownership. You're taking charge of your own search instead of waiting for permission. It tells recruiters, this person moved first. Second, problem solving. With this approach, you're showing that you can navigate ambiguity. Instead of guessing whether you are a fit, you're gathering real information from someone who actually knows the role. That's exactly the kind of judgment and curiosity companies want in their hires. And third, professionalism. With this approach, you're polite, clear, and not pushing for a favor or a job. You're asking an intelligent, low-pressure question that adds value to both sides. That combination, initiative, problem solving, and professionalism is what makes this kind of outreach work when hundreds of other messages get ignored. Okay, so now we know why this works. But the real question is, how do you actually write that message so it lands? Let's break it down step by step. Chances are you're reaching out to recruiters on LinkedIn. And if you're going down this route, this is the only version of recruiter outreach that actually works in 2025. When you reach out to a recruiter, they already know why you're doing it. You're exploring opportunities. What matters is how you connect with them. The only version that works is when you make it relevant and personal in your connection request. Find common ground that makes you feel like part of their circle. The same city, the same university, a shared industry, a common language, whatever. Commonality is the key here. Remember, similarity builds familiarity, and familiarity builds trust. Write something like this. Hi Diana, I see we're both in tech and strategy space, and I noticed you recently posted about your company's expansion in Seattle. Would love to connect. That's it. Short, specific, and human. Your only goal here is to earn that accept click. Now, here is the part where most people mess it up. They get accepted and then send a message that kills the conversation instantly. Here is how to do it right. Once they've accepted your connection, your next move is to send a clear, structured message. A good message in this context has 4 building blocks. Mention the role you're interested in, but explain that you're doing some research to understand whether it's a good fit. And ask if they could connect you with someone from the team for a short chat. But remember, not to forget to briefly mention your background or why you're interested in the role. Here is how that might sound. Hi Diana, thanks for connecting. I noticed the principal product manager role at NVIDIA posted a couple of weeks ago, and I'm doing a bit of research to see if it is a good fit. Would you happen to know anyone on the team I could have a casual chat with to better understand the position? As a product manager myself, I love to learn about the team's culture and workflow before bothering you with a specific question on the application process. And why does this work? Because you're clear about what you want and you're respectful about how you ask for it. You're showing initiative, curiosity, and consideration. The three things recruiters rarely see in their inbox. It's a low-pressure, high-signal message that makes you memorable without trying too hard. Most people stop right here after sending one message, and that's the biggest mistake. What you do after that conversation is what actually makes you memorable. If the recruiter connects you with someone or even answer your question directly, don't stop there. Close the loop. A good follow-up message has 3 building blocks. Show that you've done your homework, you actually follow through and gather insight. Share one clear takeaway from your conversation to prove you were paying attention. And finally, briefly connect that insight to your own background or why you're excited about the role. Here's how that might sound. Hi Diana, thanks again for connecting me with Alex. Our chat gave me a much clearer sense of how the product team collaborates across hardware, software, and system integration teams. I really enjoyed hearing how they prioritize user experience in early stage development. That's exactly what I've been focused on in my current role at Company X, where I've led cross-functional sprint for both hardware and software features. It confirmed that this is the kind of environment I love to contribute to. And why does this work again? Because it demonstrates that you have listened, learned, and connected the dots. You're showing curiosity, reflection, and alignment. 3 traits hiring teams notice long before the interview stage. It's not just the polite follow-up, it's strategic follow-through that keeps you top of mind. So this method works, but only to a point. And here's why it can be your entire job search strategy. Even if you follow these steps and get a reply, it's still one-off tactic. Let's say you reach out to a recruiter at NVIDIA about a product manager role. You have a great exchange, but if you don't get that job, what happens next? You can't message the same recruiter again and again. It becomes awkward fast. That's the limitation. Recruiter outreach doesn't scale. You can't build your job search around it because when you do this, you're still playing inside the inbound job market, reacting to the roles that already exist, competing with hundreds of applicants and hoping to be noticed. And data backs this up. According to Ashby, inbound applicants, the one who apply through portals or LinkedIn posting, have the lowest chance of reaching out to an interview, only 3%. Meanwhile, referrals convert at about 40%. And internally sourced or agency candidates sit between 25 and 42%. So, as an external candidate, when you rely only on recruiter outreach, you're still playing the hardest version of the game, the inbound game. It's reactive, unpredictable, and not repeatable. That's why I see recruiter outreach as a bonus, not a plan. Something you do once in a while, not foundation of your job search, because the real opportunities, the consistent, high conversion one, live on the other side of the job market, the hidden side. And if you like to learn how to access that hidden job market and 20x your interview rate using a more strategic approach, you can access my free masterclass. Link down below to accelerate your job search immediately. Or you can click right here to watch my next video to start accelerating your job search.